Today I'm going to be answering your questions while I clean my guinea pig's cage. The first question is favorite and interesting thing about the guinea pig herd. My favorite thing has to be only cleaning one cage. Yes, it might be bigger, but having to clean multiple cages can sometimes be a pain. The most interesting thing would be the interactions between them. They're so curious and fun to gaze at. How's Buttercup doing? Buttercup is doing really well. She still hates her haircuts and is still pretty difficult to hold, but her luscious locks gets me likes on Instagram. I do wish for her to be featured more. The lighting in her cage isn't the greatest, so that's why you see mostly her posed on my bed on Instagram. Window lighting is definitely your best friend. Favorite thing to do with the guinea pigs besides cleaning their cage? I love to spend time with them, whether it's by snuggling or floor time. Both are something I love to do with them. What do you do for work, or do you go to school? I work on a farm with plants, which is so much fun as during the winter we plan out what we are going to plant and when, so it's a lot of computer work with spreadsheets. I also go to school. I have 2 classes, a graphic design class and a video class, which I love, and I do both of them for fun. How much money do you spend on your guinea pigs and animals? Funny you say this because I have been keeping track of what I spent each month starting this year. So in January, I spent a total of $65.15. In February, I spent a total of $90.10. In March, I spent a total of $77.91. What's your favorite house plant that you have? Currently peace lilies, because that's the only plant that has survived as a terrestrial plant in my aquariums. I've tried both pothos and spider plants, and unfortunately they both got root rot and died, which I'm very confused about, but I don't know why the peace lily is the only thing that has survived. But other than having a plant that I currently have, I would love to have a monstera, as that is definitely one of my dream plants to have. Would you ever get hamsters? I have in the past, but thinking about it now, I wouldn't, only because of how short their lifespans are. I get too attached to animals, even with the smallest one, so having roughly 2 years with one would absolutely break me. How often does a guinea pig need a coconut oil bath? I will typically give Dip a coconut oil bath when her skin is dry, which honestly can depend. I've probably given her about 10 baths since I got her in September of 2022. What are your hopes and dreams? I've interned at a dog grooming, dog training, and now a plant farm, which made me think hard about what I wanted to do. And I know I want to work with animals, but I also like plants and being outside. So I combined both jobs and I basically created an animal sanctuary. I can make a garden and have a variety of vegetables and plants for the animals and to sell for profit to care for the animals. And once all the animals are good and healthy, I can either rehome them to good homes or keep them for my care. I would say over the last 6 months or so, I have been working on myself a lot, including having more self-care time and trying to live a more peaceful life. Like I mentioned a few questions ago, I'm in a graphic design class and a video class, which is helping me learn a lot of new skills, especially for content creating. How many guinea pigs have you had? Including ones we have now, we've had a total of 24 guinea pigs, which if you think of it is a lot, but we have been owning them since 2013, so it honestly makes a lot of sense. Do you only like guinea pigs? No, I love all animals, but guinea pigs have a special place in my heart. What is your favorite pastime? It's pretty obvious right now, but content creating has been my biggest passion lately besides animals and animal care. I also really enjoy photography and videography, and I was also really good at art, but I kind of stopped, but I really would like to continue. I also really like sewing and being outside and dealing with plants. I really do enjoy a lot of different things, and I have a bunch of different hobbies. How often do you clean their cage? I clean my guinea pig's cage twice a week. I used to do it once a week. but I realized it wasn't enough and they were starting to smell a lot more. And this was also when my past guinea pig Ginger got an upper respiratory infection, and then she got pneumonia, but I was still cleaning them twice a week and making sure their cage was all nice and clean. But I honestly think it was the house we were in because it had mold in it. I definitely think that's the reason why she got pneumonia in the first place, and because she was older, which made her system a lot more sensitive. What animal would you like next? I've always wanted either a rabbit or a dog, but that won't probably happen for a while. But I would also get a crested gecko or one of those small tortoises. What guinea pigs have you loved the most? I have loved all my guinea pigs the same, but there are those ones who just have your whole heart, and those piggies would include Cuddles, Delilah, Ginger, and Angel. All of them were so special to me and had a place in my heart, and their stories are just so incredible. Why do you keep fish? Fish keeping is such a relaxing and peaceful hobby, which also includes chemistry. However, with any animal, it can be frustrating, but I love having small bits of nature in my room. What inspired you to make this channel? If I'm being quite honest here, my siblings. They all had YouTube channels at the time and I didn't, so they were really the ones who actually inspired me to. However, throughout the years, many creators and myself have been inspiring to keep going with my dreams, which was being a content creator and making money, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm just so proud. And if I'm also being honest here, I wouldn't have done without any of you guys, so I really do appreciate it, so thank you. Have you ever had trouble with your guinea pigs? The only thing I would consider trouble would be bonding guinea pigs. Has any of your guinea pigs bit or scratched? No, because they're all tame. They don't feel threatened, therefore they won't try to bite me or other people. The only time they really scratch is when I first cut their nails, so it's never really on purpose. Wood shavings versus blankets. Fleece bedding all day. It's easy to clean, reusable, and non-dusty. I would, however, use paper-based bedding if I were to, and I do use it in their litter tray. Wood shavings are just way too dusty, which can cause an upper respiratory infection. I find it to be a lot harsher on their delicate feet, and it's also super messy, just like hay, so having a combo of wood shavings and hay is just overall a mess. The last question is your cage multi-level or do you have pigs separate on each level? So as you can see in this video, my cage does not have any levels on it, and I only have a trio. Underneath my cage is just storage. So those were all my questions that I got. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video.